especially where we came from. I'm grateful where we are now. Like I want to watch movies with you.
Have you thought about ever talking about Roblox? That's one of the questions.
Absolutely. I've even before Schlep blew up, I've been getting people telling me to cover Roblox. I think Sylphet showed me the stream where you were admitting you
Reported you to the FBI.
made an yeah, reported me to the FBI.
Yep.
And I thought that's lame. Hey, buddy.
So I don't know how to do like the thing where it shows my camera on the Discord, so I'm sorry about that. How are you?
Hey,
Okay.
can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Thank you. Thank you, man. You're the first person to platform me since everything, and that means a lot.
Yeah, man, no
It
problem.
it is very brave and very noble of you, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, audience, for listening. I really appreciate it.
I'm more than happy to have you on and ask you some questions and just talk about everything for sure.
I means a lot.
So, I mean, just to start out, just nice and easy, how are you feeling about everything with this new video?
Pretty good. The comments have been very supportive. It's been nice. It's been nice to see people seeing what I've had to see. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I totally feel that. And yeah, I did look at the comments, and it does seem like a lot of them are, supportive of you and have been like kind of missing your like old content. So what we ended up doing, I'm not sure, I can't remember if I like explicitly told you this or just kind of like explained half the plan. What we ended up doing is just because of the fact that Dicker's stream went down because of that community guidelines strike.
you went on Discord.
Yeah, so we did like a little bit of a Discord
smart.
watch party. And then so some of my, as I like to say, my, like 39 closest friends and family, of course, came and they had some questions as well that I'll ask you, but I've got my own too. So I figured we would kind of start from where I started with the stream, which was your original Kids Chat video.
Garbage. Don't watch that one. Watch the new one.
So yeah, I mean, so that's it's good to hear you say that for sure.
Yeah.
And like
It's
I think
funny. Can I sorry if I
no go
interrupt.
no, you're good, man.
I pulled into your stream while you were watching it, and I was like, "This guy's stretching my patience." And you and you pause, and you're like, "We're like stretching your asshole or something like that."
Yeah.
I was like, "Good stream." Yeah, I love the thumbnail too.
No, it's like it's one of those things where like I think your videos resonated a lot more for like kind of the younger audiences, like at first when it came to like the Kids Chat stuff and like the the Elsa Gate stuff, the my lol, all of that kind of stuff, because it's like I think that younger audiences don't see any of that stuff as like corny, you know what I mean? But then it's like now, like I guess adult watchers, especially, I mean, with commentary, you're getting people who are a hell of a lot more cynical and a lot more, just like, oh, this is corny, and like, you know what I mean? So,
YouTube.
yeah.
But yeah, I understand.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's just I think just to start out, and I'm almost positive actually that I asked you a couple of these questions back in October. So we may be retreading old ground in terms of stuff that you and I have talked about. And so if
That's
that
okay.
does happen, yeah, I just ask you to have a little bit of patience because I think it'll help clarify things.
I'm here for as long as you need me, man. This is sick.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So on the in terms of the like the taken but sad stuff, right? Where the implication was that Taken but Sad sent you some kind of audio of seemingly what sounded like a girl getting raped by a man.
Multiple things, but
Yeah. Okay. So out of curiosity, that wasn't part of like the, I guess, character/ARG. That is actually something that happened.
Correct. In the video, in the video, however, it is not the actual clip or the actual
Well,
things I was
for
saying.
sure, for sure. Good
Yeah,
to clarify, but like I figured.
yeah, you
Yeah,
cannot show shit like that.
of course not. Of course. Yeah.
So, but yes, that did happen.
Okay. Okay. And so, and like to this day, how do you think that did happen? Like, what is your, because the thing that confused me about that was like this whole kind of, this whole thing of like, oh, I only had that email in 3 places. Like, I never shared it. And like, how would they have gotten that email?
Pardon me. I've not seen this video in years. I've not touched this video in years.
No, you're
So
fine.
you have to clear me up on the
Yeah.
context. What
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what did I say in the video?
So here's what you said. So essentially, you were like, so this Taken But Sad guy, he was different than the other ones because he wouldn't let me add him on any form of social media. He was way too smart for that. But he somehow found my email, which and it was the catfish email that you said that you only used on 3 different sites and never shared with anyone, only like used them as like registration for the sites. And so you don't know how he got the email.
So I can tell you I don't recall in this very moment, but I can tell you about my current process, which may enlighten that process because
Okay.
What I typically do is I'll get as much as possible from the pedo. That includes email, Discord, Instagram, anything they have, I will try to get out of them. This guy, Taken But Sad, I'm pretty sure he gave me his email, and I'm pretty sure that's how I corresponded with him. If I say in the video, I don't know how he got this. I don't know. I can't speak on that because I don't remember.
Okay. Because, yeah, that is what you said in the video. So, I mean, what may have happened is that you had tried to make it, like, I guess, more mysterious or something like that. Whereas, in actuality, maybe you exchanged emails.
Yeah, typically I do exchange emails with the pedos.
Okay.
So,
okay. That makes sense.
the video's garbage. Don't watch it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. And then, so, on that same wavelength, you said that you got an online bounty hunter. What's that all about?
This is in the same video?
The same video. You said you got an online bounty hunter who found the information of one of the pedos, the first and last name, and like their face and everything.
It must have been one of my colleagues, because I only work with the people that I know. I mean, I get people like sending me emails like, "Hey, I can do this for you," or if you need my services, Max, we can pull something off, but
Yeah.
I only typically interact with people I already know.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
like
so
the dodo you just got. Did you see that?
Yes, I'm seeing it now. I have
love
donos
it.
turned off so that we can like talk, and then afterwards, if people don't know questions, then I'll ask
The
them.
bounty hunter's name Mudahar.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love your
It's
chat.
Mudahar, it's Nexpo, it's whoever it was. Okay, yeah, okay, sure. Okay, so that's more of just like kind of the character, I know that a lot of chatters would say the LARP. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, that makes sense.
Sorry if you can hear the dogs. They're
No, barely. It's fine. Okay. And then, so this next one is kind of getting more into the new video. So did you, I wasn't really able to tell. I could tell at one point, and that was kind of all I could tell. As I was kind of, dealing with some personal stuff while I was watching your video. So, I was paying as close attention as possible, but I, certainly probably missed some stuff. So did you change anything in the video based on our conversation, and including not just what I said, but, what the other people in the call did?
Did you not notice?
The only one I noticed distinctly was I noticed that you did somewhat change the line about kids chat trying to like smear you. That's the one that I distinctly noticed. Yes.
I cut down Muda and Nexpo a little bit, but
You
the
did?
parts I did, but the parts I
Dude, I
kept,
couldn't tell. I'm gonna be
dude,
honest.
it's this, that's the way it feels, dude.
I
But
like,
I did, I think I cut like 4 or 5 clips out, and but everything I kept, I figured this needs to stay because it's like Ryan is pointing out there was no report button that has
yeah,
to stay.
that's important.
Mudahar's pointing out like there's 24/7 moderation. Clearly there isn't. That had to stay. So just like just things I felt were necessary to show that Chatmaster was verifiably lying
Hmm.
on his post. Have you read through his posts?
Not other than the ones that you show.
You
I
should read them like like from beginning to end. It's a ride.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, the guy, I mean, listen, we've on this channel we deal with quite a few of these people who are like, that weird LARP where they say like, "Oh, I'm a free speech advocate," like, blah blah blah, and then it just turns out it's like, you know, like we had a fucking hoot and holler over that whole thing where he's being pointed out very real problems that are allowing children to be in danger essentially, and his response is, well, then why don't we just shut down the whole fucking internet? And it's like, dude, you are a piece of work, dude. Like this is rough. Like this is really rough. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank
I
you
mean,
for
it's just
saying that. That's so validating.
no, I mean, it's just like it's disturbing. Like it's just like it's disturbing. It's
Correct.
frustrating, but it's unsurprising to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Especially when you have like such a hellhole like that site. I mean, it is. And one of the things that we did is with while we were in the Discord, because I couldn't do this on YouTube. And my server's 18 plus, so I was like, okay, we can do this. So we went to kids chat, we went to chat av, we went to gay chat, we went to boys chat. So kids chat, weirdly enough, I actually, and I think part of it is because I didn't make a profile picture for my account. And so when I was receiving DMs from people, it was actually like, I didn't get anything crazy. We weren't on there too long. But then I go to chat av. Within 5 seconds of being in chat av, I'm getting the spam that you show in your video where it talks about like the CP links. And that's literally just right off the gate. In boys
You didn't
chat,
stream that, or you streamed that on Discord, right?
I streamed it on Discord. Yeah.
Okay,
And what
yeah.
I'm gonna do, I'm doing I have to like censor obviously the links that were shown and stuff like that. But then
Absolutely.
I'm releasing it as a members only like little VOD
Oh,
thing,
okay, cool.
so that
Yeah,
people can
that's
still
smart,
see it.
man. That's
Um,
smart.
But then we went to boys chat. Boys chat was horrific. Genuinely within the first 3 seconds, I was seeing like these like, we are a real group of like CP posters. You have to send a mega folder in order to be accepted. Only real people, like all of this bullshit. And it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And then gay chat, as soon as I go on there, and that one, to be fair, it's very, very, pitiful, but there is, at the very least, if you register as a user who is not above the age of 18, it doesn't let you in there. But if you just change your age, like it doesn't even like stop you from making an account. You literally just change your age to a different year, and then it lets you in there. And
That's insane.
and so we got in there, and it was just like we saw like 6 penises instantly, because it's like a
Jesus
quote unquote
Christ,
18
man.
plus chat. And after that one, one of my chatters was like, oh, like go to the lesbian equivalent, go to lesbian chat. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Right.
I'm absolutely not
No.
now. Like, no, there's no way. There's no way.
No, yeah.
So I mean, it was bleak, right? I mean, it's certainly like a complete cesspool. I would say that probably, if I had to guess, it seems like the pedophiles and the degenerates probably outnumber the children. To be honest, that's how it
Legions
seems.
and legions of predators.
Yeah.
Attacking like a small community of very real children. It is freaky.
Yeah, it's very disturbing for sure.
It is. Yeah.
Um, okay. So, let's see. Okay, have you heard of Section 230?
That's the is that the one I talk about in my response video?
Hmm.
That
Maybe?
platforms can't be held accountable for user generated
Yes.
content?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. So one of the guy who got taken down, one of his, I guess, criticisms that he was talking about was kind of, I think that he was wishing that you had talked about that a little bit more and how to potentially either get around that or what the best strategy for working around that would be, because of the fact that, like, it makes it tougher, right? The fact that, legally in a lot of these cases the platform can't be held liable. So I guess what I would ask you would be, like, what do you think I don't know about the strategy, but the what do you do about that?
Right. So we're getting into something very interesting. And the reason why it's even worth making a video about it is because when you put eyes on Chat Avenue and shit like that, it does help. Because even from what I was doing before I even uploaded the video, they got fined because of all the reports I was making. This is what I'm hearing from the moderators that I've been
Okay.
talking to. But they got fined pretty heavily because of, and I think they tried removing the kids chat. Did you see the kids chat room on Chat Avenue?
Kids chat did exist when we went in there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was doing something. It was hurting Chatmaster. It was hurting Chat Avenue,
Okay.
which is, ultimately a good thing. And the more people that submit reports, the more that Cloudflare looks at this and, like, why are we hosting this?
Yes.
You understand? And same with all the other domain registrars. Like, they see the evidence presented to them, they see the public outcry, and they're like, we don't want to support you anymore, or you're breaking these terms of service. We're going to fine you and we're going to deny you services.
Hmm.
It just makes life more difficult for Chat Avenue, which I think is ultimately a good thing. Um, I can keep going. Do you want to, do you want
Yeah,
to
keep going.
delve
Yeah.
deeper?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, it's sickening because they go under the radar as to why they are still able to continue. And although we did do damage to them 5 years ago, me, Nexpo, Night Docs, Mutahar, we damaged them. We damaged their reputation. People were more aware. That hurt them. They used to be one of the most successful chat room websites in the world, and now they are they are a creepy corner of the internet, but nonetheless one that still exists.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
is why it's this is and it's still
And
happening. I mean, yeah.
yeah. So when you were hearing about these, like, potential fines that were being levied, was was this after you had kind of made the video but hadn't yet uploaded it, kind of when you were in, like, post-production stage sort of
It
thing?
was while I was working on, as I was doing research, I was filling out reports, I was notifying authorities.
Hmm.
I was telling, I mean, even whereby in Discord, I'm like, hey, this pedo is grooming minors on your platform.
Right.
Um, yeah, I was just documenting what is happening and sharing it with the people I think who should know about it.
And
Um,
I'm sure I don't expect you to have this on hand, but, like, would you be willing to either, like, if you still have access to those conversations, would you be willing to show those in some way? Because you have to remember, right? You are you're fighting an uphill battle. You know what I mean? Like, because of
oh
everything
yeah,
that's happened in the past, 2
I know,
years or
man.
whatever. Yeah. I know that you know that better than anybody, but it's like, I know that when it comes to a lot of these things, like obviously receipts are really going to help you 100%. And so like
Right.
if you don't have that on hand, I don't expect you to, because like we literally just talked about it, it's like it just came up kind of naturally or whatever. But like with something like that, if you have receipts or anything like that, if you could like maybe if you do kind of the idea of potentially exploring like some of these other pedophiles that you've caught within these chat rooms, if you showed that as like an update or something like that, I'm sure that would be very helpful for sure, to kind of
Yeah.
show that like
Yeah.
this is a way to like chip away at this kind of monster.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'm gonna go into that. Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Okay. And then let's see. Okay, so one of the other things that Dickers brought up that I tested out myself and confirmed was the
Also, yeah,
fact. Sorry, go
can
ahead.
you put him in contact with me? So, because
Who,
I'm
Dickers?
talking to my yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking to my partner
100%.
manager next week. Um, so I'm gonna tell him about all of that because that's that's ridiculous.
No, it is. It is. But as you know, I mean, it's YouTube, right? Like it happens,
Yes. Yeah.
unfortunately, as we both
Mhm.
know. But I'd be happy to. I definitely will. He's a dirty Brit, so I'm unfortunately he's asleep right now. But I'll definitely get you in contact with him for sure.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Um, so one of the other things that he noticed, that I tested out and then noticed myself, was that the the chats that you show within chat av, within kids chat, so the way that they're structured is that the pedophile is the one on the right
Right.
and the victim is the one on the left. But we looked at
Yes.
the site api and it's actually the opposite in the site api.
As in they just switched it.
I mean, either they just switched it, or I we thought our interpretation was maybe this was some kind of dramatization or something like that, where you're
What I
not.
am no, I'm showing. Here I can pull up like a raw recording right now and show you that this is what I was looking at.
Okay. I mean, that would be helpful because it just that was the thing, because then I was just gonna like, if it was a dramatization, it was just gonna be one of those things where it's like, I know that you're not lying, but it's like, then it's like this issue of like, okay, well then why do a dramatization instead of just like filming it straight up? But if you have that footage of it just raw right there, and you show that to me, that'd be great. That would help.
Yeah, I'll show you right now. But what you could also do is you could check the update logs on Cody Chat because they update their framework every so often. So they might have updated it recently to switch them, not necessarily to because of my video or anything, but just because it's more that's what I believe iOS
Well,
uses
yeah,
is
that's what
you're on the
most
right,
like
you're on the left.
messengers use. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I was using it, no, it was they were on the right, I was on the left.
Okay.
And yeah, I can pull up a raw recording right now.
Yeah,
You
that'd
just
be
got to be
sick.
careful not to the screen share.
Yeah, do screen share.
Okay, let me pull one up. Oh God, yeah, I can't show any. There's just so many penises that pop up.
I
It's
yeah,
like,
I understand. I understand. You're
yeah,
fine.
so I got to be careful here. So just give me a sec.
Yeah, don't worry. Take
Okay,
your time.
let me. Okay, yeah. Actually, it's difficult because now I'm noticing there's a kid's face like on the left side, so I have to like.
If you can't show it today, that's okay. Like if you
I can
can't.
literally here. I will take a screenshot for you, and then I can, if you want, I can show you in private.
Yeah, is that
Whatever's
okay?
best.
We can
Whatever's best for
see
you. I
we
just
can see only a tiny portion of your monitor. So maybe if you played a little bit of it right here.
just
Yeah. I mean,
fucking
that might actually do it. Like,
look. So I don't know if I'm flipped, but
and I can look at the
this is
screenshot that you
yeah, this is a
are gonna
raw
send.
recording.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
So we have. Is it too bright?
No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. Um,
Well, I am this. It's too bright, man.
I feel like it was actually okay, and then you somehow made it worse. I don't know how.
Okay, okay. What I can do is screen share to you,
Yeah.
but you try not to show these faces.
Yes.
Can you do that?
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll just take you off for a second, and
Okay.
go ahead and because other people want to see it, so go ahead and send me
Yeah.
that screenshot that you just took,
Yeah.
and that along with kind of just seeing your side of the messages, or I mean the what we just saw in your monitor, plus you showing that to me. Um, okay. Okay. Okay, and then yeah, go ahead and screen share with me because I'm no longer showing you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll play it for you so you can watch me.
Yeah.
Do you want to see that this is a raw file? Do you want to see the folder?
Sure, sure. Fuck it. Why not?
You're not streaming this, correct?
No, I'm
To
not streaming
YouTube?
this. Not
Okay.
streaming it. Nope.
I will show you.
Cool.
You can see the raw
Yep.
files.
Yep.
Okay. Just a random raw file. They're on the right. I'm on the left.
Yep. Okay. Right now, it's only showing the files themselves. Is it
Oh,
supposed to be that?
it's not. I thought it to display capture. Give me one sec.
No, you're fine.
Sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties.
You're fine. No worries.
Okay. So, yep. This is my folder. Can you see it?
Yep. Got you.
Yeah, you can see. My profile picture is on the top right. I am on the left. They are on the right.
Yep. Yep. I mean, this would
So
be
they must have
this would be an insane amount of effort to put in if like it's
just now. I just
I-
edited this together.
well, not even, but like if you had done that for your video, it would have just been a huge waste of time and make no sense.
Exactly.
That's
It's
the
like,
point,
what is the point
right?
of even doing that? Like,
Yeah.
Yes, Cody Chat must have just updated that.
Okay.
Because that's the way it was when I was on there.
Okay.
So no, it wasn't for dramatic effect or anything.
Okay.
You want
Okay.
to see another one? There's a lot.
Sure. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Okay, let's do this one. Logging in. He's on the right. I'm on the left.
Yep.
Reporting him. You can see I'm being a responsible Kids Chat user.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's good enough for me personally.
All
I
right,
mean,
cool, man.
obviously I guarantee, I mean, my word is not law to a lot of people. So, I mean, I know that there will be some people who I'm sure will communicate with
Go
you in
to
private
Cody
about
Chat
it or
update
something.
logs. It must be there.
Yeah, I actually will pull that up right now. Hold on, because okay, so Cody Chat update logs. Let's see here, version 10 update that came out on January 1st of 2026. Okay, Cody Chat version 10. What's new? Profile music added. Log displays, cleaner log visualization, better moderation workflow, left menu display.
Must be it.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Complete rebuild error system. Yeah. I mean, I'll bet that's what it is. The cleaner log visualization. I'll bet that's what it is. How chat logs and system logs are presented. Okay. Yeah. I'll bet that's what it is. Okay. Cool. That clears that up as far as I'm concerned.
And if you want to show the picture I sent you, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that real quick. Let's see. 1 second.
And I appreciate you wanting to clarify.
Yeah, I'd so much rather like clarify it with you than just assume. And so yeah, this right here. We've got the Predators chat logs on the right here, and then Princess Pretty on the left here. Okay. Yep. So, cool. Gotcha. All right. So, let us, hold on. All right. Back to it. Okay, cool. So that clears that
Do
up.
you respond to your chat?
When I'm not doing an interview, yeah, when I'm just like
Oh,
streaming,
okay.
then yeah. But I try when I do interviews, I gotta make them special. I gotta make my guests feel special. Okay, so
Yeah,
I neglect
they're
I neglect my children for a little bit. I just kind of
yeah.
let them.
I wanted to say I am reading the chat, guys. Y'all are very funny.
How much I gotta donate to ask a question? Like the as long as it takes to get your question out. That's as far
I
as
mean,
I'm concerned.
I'm down to answer. As
Yeah.
long as they're being cool, I'm down to answer whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, let's see. Here, let me get back to my little list here. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Hi, guys.
Okay, this would be a good thing to clear up as well. People were asking me why you talked to me and let me watch your video ahead of time since you called me a
Yeah,
stalker and
dude.
said that I was violent, insane, and made death threats towards you. So
I think it's a beautiful story.
should we walk
Um,
through that?
yeah, uh, do you want to go first?
Sure. So I mean, I told my chat in the Discord, it is all completely thanks to Sylphet. Sylphet, great guy,
Yep.
love him, and
Yes.
he came upon one of my streams. I think it was about Spencer specifically. I think it was when I was eating the Spencer Taco Bell meal, which is around $50 worth of Taco Bell, and she or he was like, this guy seems cool. This guy seems chill. He seems reasonable, and I think that him and Max should talk and have a conversation. And so for a while things didn't really pan out just because life happens, all that kind of stuff. But then come October, we ended up having a conversation with each other that was gotta have been like 3 hours long, where we kind of talked everything out, and I talked my issues out with you, and you talked your issues out with me. And you way back then you said, which is 6 months ago, which is kind of insane, but way
Our
back
first
then,
talk?
yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah,
That's
almost six
crazy.
months ago because it was
That time
mid-October.
flew by.
I know,
That's
it's insane.
crazy, man.
And so you made it clear to me you wanted to do a video that was like very by the books, and I my response was like, that's awesome. I really hope that that's what happens. And if you like want somebody who's kind of more in the commentary scene to kind of pre-watch it, I would be more than happy to. And let's just go from there with it. And yeah, I mean, like, it's been good. It's been good to I don't know. It was really nice to actually have a positive discussion and kind of figure things out and move forward in a productive way rather than kind of what usually happens in this space, and happens with me as well, where we just find somebody who is completely unwilling to have a normal conversation, and it just kind of continues to boil and crust and be terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I made sure that Max knew that I didn't want to kill him, so that was a big part as well.
Yeah, can I give my side?
Yeah, absolutely, feel free.
I think, Harrison, I think our story, there's a lot of beauty and poetry in it. And especially where we came from, I'm grateful where we are now. Like I want to watch movies with you. And if you ever want to talk about movies, I would love to do that. If you ever want to stream talking about movies, I think that'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
Um, so when you are a YouTuber of a considerable size, you there's a lot of people. Just a lot of people. Um, and some of them, you look at some people over here and it's like, y'all are pretty cool. And you see some people over here, it's like, y'all seem a little crazy. And it's funny because y'all think I'm crazy. Um, and then I look at y'all and I think y'all are crazy. It's pretty funny. Um,
It's like a
but yeah,
translation error, you know.
you're right. You're just maneuvering in the space we call the internet, and you just come across different kinds of people with different kinds of, you know, just all kinds of people. And so you box people into specific, okay, we got these commentary guys over here who don't like me. Was kind of like how you were boxed in at first.
Hmm.
Um, and this is, I'm pretty sure this is normal for most YouTubers. I think Nexpo also thinks this way. Like you just see people in specific groups and you judge them based on that group
I
a
mean,
little
that's the
bit.
safest way to go about it, you know.
Right. And so yeah, I put you in that group originally, I think. And then, some people talk, people say things about each other, I mean, we make videos and some of them come across different ways to different people. I had someone that saw one of your videos and they thought it was about them and they informed me and we both thought it was weird because we didn't know you.
Right.
I didn't know you. They didn't know you. None of us really knew you. We just thought, okay, this is a crazy guy. We're gonna view him as a crazy person. So you are now in like the crazy person box. Um, and so yeah, when you put people into those boxes, you kind of like reinforce that over time. The more you don't get to know them.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I think that solidified when I think Sylphet showed me the stream where you were admitting you
Reported you to the FBI.
made an yeah, reported me to the FBI,
Yep.
and I thought that's lame. Um, and yeah, I'm like, okay, so this is the type of person I have to deal with, and you are not. So you reporting me to the FBI, Harrison, is like one thing out of thousands of things people are doing at me.
Yeah.
Like we got Nicholas Diorio in this corner, we got Mudahar over here, we got Tommy C, just
Well,
everyone.
and you
There's
have
so
those
many people,
like anons who like, caused you to lose your job, that volunteer job that you were doing. Like, I mean,
all
I don't,
kinds, all
it's, from your perspective, I can completely understand,
yeah.
again, it's the safer
It
option.
yeah, and it just feels like okay, these people are stalking me. Like that's what it feels like. That's how you view it. And yeah, so I was like, okay, you're clearly just a stalker. I'm going to put you in that box and I'm going to, blast you on this video, which I regret doing because you are cool.
Well, you took it out. I
After,
mean, when it's the funniest part about it is when you took it out, my first reaction to self-edit was I was like, why did he do that? No. Because I was so ready. Like, my whole thought process behind that video, and like a lot of people, the funniest part about it is that video has like 250 views. A lot of people who watch me and who know me now don't even know what the hell that video is. And I think now it's like unlisted on my channel, or it's members only or something. So like if people want like deep lore, deep cut Hempleton lore, they can like look at it. But it's like, the entire point of it was this stupid skit that I did with my friends because I wanted to do like a mix of content cop, but also be in the style that you did with your Hotline Miami sketches.
and I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then it was like in the the point. It wasn't. I understand why it did, especially after talking to you. But like at the time, I was, the intention was never like I am eliciting a violent like fatwa against Mamamax. You know what I mean? Like it was never that was never what it was supposed to be. And
No,
so
and we both empathized with each other in the fact that we don't know how our content is going to come across to every single person on earth.
Right.
We are just putting out an expression of ourselves and our experiences and just putting it on YouTube. And yeah, it was that 3 hour conversation was so beautiful because it was like, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you, Harrison. I see you, Max. Like
Yeah.
it was cool and it was deeply human and it just gave me a paradigm shift in multiple different ways. And yeah, and it made me recognize that we're all just trying to do our best, given our situation and circumstances. And you, so far, you have only been genuine. You have been supportive. You have been kind. And that means a lot, man. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, I mean, it's literally just like one of those things where it's like, as long as you're not like a fucking pedophile or something, or like a rapist, or like some horrible like evil freakazoid, I am, gonna give the energy that I get, and when people are willing to have genuine conversations with me, and when people are willing to give that conversation a chance, it's like it's very great. And I mean, like, the thing that I will say for sure is, my experience in talking to you genuinely, it kind of in some ways changed the way that I viewed conversations on my channel, where since then I have been so much more willing to kind of have these conversations with people that I really don't agree with, and that I'm more than willing to like look at them and be like, I don't agree with you on most things, and I don't even know if I like you, but like you're willing to sit down with me and talk to me on this genuine human level, and I'm going to give that a chance. Like I did that very recently with this person who was just a little bit batshit insane, and they were I'm not even going to get into it, but it's this like anime person who was supporting this other person. It was this whole thing, and like 5 months ago, I would see somebody like that and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to get them on stream and just like, I'm not even going to give them the chance because they are so radically against what I believe in. And I'm just going to like kind of, I'm going to outward them and I'm going to, kill them. Right. But, instead of that, we had a very genuine conversation. And I think like through that genuine conversation was able to show, both him and other people where, some of the faults in logic lied. And I think both of us were able to learn from each other, and it was very good. It was very productive,
Sick.
So, it's good. It's good to learn from each other. I think it's very important.
I agree. This is what this is what I wanted. Okay, so not to bring up the past, I don't want to get into all the Camden stuff, just because that is a story not for me. That is not
Okay.
my story. That is theirs, and they will. I do believe their time will come, but I just wanted people to listen to them. I just wanted people to have a conversation with them. And it, obviously it didn't work. It got ugly. We invited the wrong people, and yeah, it got nasty. But I genuinely believe in the power of conversation. And yeah,
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
what I wanted. That's all I wanted.
I will say full disclosure, there's going to be a lot of people who have questions about that stuff. So,
I know. And
yeah.
when it comes to my own actions, I'm more than happy to talk about it.
Mhm. That's fair. That's fair. I
But
think that's fair.
I cannot, yeah, I can't speak on behalf of other victims. I can't speak on behalf of quite a few things, but I can definitely speak on my own actions and everything.
Did you okay, see, I just saw this question. It just I decided to stop
The Turkey
neglecting my
Tom one,
kids. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Do you think he did an okay
I
job on
like
that?
it. Turkey Tom,
Yeah, on the Camden video.
it's so funny. I want to talk to Tom so bad because I'm like, I just want to be like, thank you, dude. Like, thank you for at least covering it.
Yeah.
Like that is, thank you. That is what we wanted.
Yeah.
Obviously not. It was not in the way we wanted it to, but I think putting eyes on things like that is ultimately a good thing. It makes people more aware. It makes potential victims more aware, and it just solidifies the story in history. So that way, at least someday, it can be addressed.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, and
So
it's I got a very unique opportunity with that stuff too, where one of the former cult members, not any of the ones that you talked to, but somebody who was like very low ranking in the totem pole, came to me with a bunch of like, I don't even know if we ever talked about this, but they came to me with a bunch of like evidence of just not necessarily like malfeasance or anything like that, but solely like a lot of circumstantial evidence that proved that it was real, which for a very long time people did not know. There were people who kind of spun a narrative where it was like, well, is this even real? Is this just like all fake? And so
I know.
when I did it, like, and this was back when I was tiny, 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 but like I did a stream where I covered the whole thing, and I was like, look at this. I mean, this is real. Like, this is certainly happening. And, it runs pretty fucking deep, too, because, like, this person is so low on the totem pole. They never even had a conversation with Spencer. And, this person here was in the cult for, like, this period of time. And it was all after Spencer. And, like, they had deified or I guess, like, monstrified Spencer in this way to create her into some kind of antagonist within this mindset. And, like, there was a lot to it. It was very interesting from like a cult psychology like perspective. But it was it was good because it was like, okay, this regardless of kind of what happened during the whole saga, we can at the very least confirm this is real, this is happening, this is conceivable to believe that there is some level of like malfeasance happening. And it was good in that way, for sure. Yeah.
um, and I do want to say thank you for like looking into it. This is
Yeah.
not just being fucking Muda hard. Like, I can't even find his name.
Right. Yeah, Mr.
So
Mr. Mr. Dark
I
Web,
really
like I
appreciate
can find anything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Couldn't yeah.
it.
It's like, dude, it's so bad.
Cameron.
It's so bad, man. Like, yeah. Um, but let's see. And we'll get to that, Maverick Mayhem. Don't worry. Um, okay, so some of these are kind of from people within the Discord as we were watching stuff. Some people were like, a little bit eye rolly at the fact that you put the hashtag at the end, because they were like, oh, it's just it felt a little reminiscent of pick a side, I think people were a little bit concerned that you were going to go like aggressive marketing on that one. I don't know if your plan is literally just to kind of let it lie in the video, or if you do kind of want to like do a, the kind of pick a side sort of thing that you did, or you can expand that for me.
Yeah, it's just I want actual victims of Chad Avenue to speak up, and I want us to be able to identify them. And so just a hashtag makes it easier to find
Sure.
each other.
Makes sense.
Like that was the point of like the we are real, we are retarded, all that. It was to so we could all identify each other. But obviously everyone was messing it up, so it didn't really work. But it's okay.
Yeah.
But the hashtag kids chat is much more. It just it's easier to find each other.
Yeah, and the credit that I will give you with that is like I don't feel like it's charged in the way that like Pick a Side YouTube was, or
Right.
What was the first one? What was the first one before Pick a Side? Answer Us Pedo Tube, was that what it was?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think that they were as charged and as what felt like, may have not been the intention, but what felt like personally vindictive.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm a little retarded.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm getting older and I'm seeing how retarded I used to be. which is great because you learn.
Yeah,
But
that's called
I
learning.
know,
That's how you figure it out. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
and I have word reclamation, so don't get
Yeah.
mad at me.
No, you do not have to worry about it with this chat, okay? Don't worry.
Okay, great.
Yeah. But yeah, no. And that's the credit that I'll give you is like this one feels significantly more, and this is what I said about the video period is it feels significantly more to the point, raise awareness, like this is what the goal is. The goal is very clear. It's detached from you. It is very much just like I am doing this by the book, you know.
It should have been what all my content was, but again, I'm a little retarded.
That's okay.
But yeah, it is what my videos should be.
Okay. So, okay, this is another big one I saw, and one that I didn't really understand either. Why can only subs comment?
On the video,
Yeah,
it was just an option YouTube gave me, and I was like, that seems useful. Just so because you know Himpleton. My channel is getting attacked by multiple communities.
yeah.
Um, so it just seemed like, oh, great. A new feature for it. Do you have that feature?
Probably. I think
I,
most what's it called, monetized creators do. I think.
yeah, it was new to me, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna give this a try. And I mean, I like it.
So was it like partially to probably avoid harassment, partially to in a way probably get your subs up a little bit, right? Or what?
Well, many different reasons that seemed beneficial.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see. So a little bit more in terms of just okay. Without getting into it in terms of the actual people you spoke to yourself in terms of the Camden stuff. Without getting into that, just kind of on your side of things.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything new? A lot of people were asking this. Have you heard anything new about any of this stuff in terms of Camden or just kind of the story itself? Or has that you kind of made a clean separation from that and kind of have stayed away from it?
Here's the thing. I want them I want them to tell their stories. I want them to speak up. A big part of this video was to encourage that behavior because I think we need more of that, especially in the age we're living in right now and all the geopolitics and the Epstein files coming out. I think we need more people coming out. But obviously there's better ways of doing it than others. The way we originally went about it obviously was not the way.
Sure. Sure.
Um, but I want them to speak up. With that said, I have not heard anything. I'm still in contact with a few of them, but it's not like I didn't even send them this video because I don't want to
Sure.
traumatize them.
Yeah,
But
of course. But so like no
but
real
I
updates with like Camden from anything you've seen.
correct.
Okay.
Not for me. Now, a
Yeah,
good
of
person
course.
to ask would be Mutahar, who claimed ownership of the case and claimed he was getting lawyers and paying for legal teams and getting the cops involved. Uh,
Yeah.
I would like to know what he knows because he's the one who claimed heroism
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah,
after
and
all of
then
that.
never really followed up from everything that we've
Well,
seen.
well, he followed up saying, "Well, it wasn't really my case; it was his."
Yeah,
That
that's
was.
true. That's true.
Did you see that stream? I don't want to. We don't have to make this about Motahar, but did you see that stream he did?
Uh Maybe I feel like I probably
I
did
think
in the moment.
I think
Probably.
Chud Logic covered it.
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he basically just like, oh, I don't know anything. Max ruined that case, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've just wanted to talk about this shit publicly for so long.
No, everybody like the entire community has completely turned against Muda. So I mean, you're not you're not gonna get any frowns from people talking about Muda. You know, I mean, it's it's rather bleak, the just absolute like complete shift everything took when people realized that he was, you know, a bullshit artist, pretty much. So, you know, it's what are you gonna do? Another question that I got was, is the decoy in this video the same girl from the like Scarlet Concubine like era of videos, or is it a different girl?
You mean the actress?
Yeah, like the one who plays like the voiceover. That
It's a
kind of
different
thing.
girl.
It's a
Yeah,
different girl.
completely different.
Gotcha.
Completely different.
Some people said I think they thought that it was the same person. I think, you know, a couple of years of separation, you just hear a woman's voice and you're like, oh, I wonder if that's the same person. So that could have been what that was. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This is another chat question here. Did you ever get proof of arrest for any of the pedos that you hunted in your older videos? Because there are a couple in your older videos that you said you got arrested. And like one of the things that was interesting for me at the time as a, you know, giga hater or whatever, is I like, you know, one of the things that I did that a lot of people didn't do is I subscribed to your Patreon, and I went into, you know, your uncensored videos where most if not all of everything was uncensored. And there was this one mugshot that you showed of a guy that you said you got arrested, but it was censored on both the censored and uncensored version.
That was not the what video was that?
I think it was
Puppy
after.
Stop?
I think it was Puppy Stop, and you were talking about somebody that you got arrested because of, I think, Milo. Yeah.
I think I was referring to the comment that was talking about an arrest they got from Milo.
Okay. And
Unless,
then you just
unless you can pull out that clip and.
I don't have it on me, to be completely fair. Okay. So you
but
referring...
I can.
Sorry, go ahead.
I can answer like the question. Do you know if a pedo is arrested when you make a video? The answer is always the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
So like Kevin, I don't know. They weren't. I mean, if you look at through my email correspondence with the police department, they didn't answer. I've called them multiple times, nothing. So the best you can do is just report and then make it known to the public, like this dude is actively grooming children.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And if you want to talk about meetups, we can get into that. There's a lot I want to talk about with you. I don't know how long everyone but you have 90 watching right now. So
yeah, we're doing just fine.
Yeah. So if you want to get deep, we can get deep, bro. I mean,
that's fine.
I'm here for a minute.
What were you going to say about meetups?
Do you want to get into meetups?
Sure, let's get into it.
Okay, so when you conduct a meetup with a pedo, like, do you watch Gideon?
Yeah, I watch Gideon. I watch Skeet Hansen. I watch Schlep. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like what they do. I like that they meet up with the pedo. That the meetup is typically what guarantees an arrest, because you have them there. You have the cops there. You have all the footage there. You have, like, all of the social pressure is present for an arrest to be made, which is great, and I love that. However, it is extremely dangerous for many reasons.
Yes.
Not just it's just dangerous for everyone involved. It provides a defense for the pedo. Law enforcement agencies typically discourage meetups between civilians and predators, unless, like, if you can correspond with a police department like they did in To Catch a Predator, That's probably the optimal way to do it. But I've had a conversation with Jim of Night Docs and a police officer friend he had, and we were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying like you have to have like you have to have like the credibility and reputation of like a TV show studio with executives and fucking legal teams to get something like that. But what I like what Skeeter, Gene, and Gideon do, they get everyone there, even if they're not like working with the police department in a official capacity. They're more like a third party
Mm-hmm.
reporting to the police. I think that's great, but yeah, it still creates a defense for the pedos that they can use during the prosecution, and that is why we're seeing like I don't know if you saw Gideon's stream, but he was getting flack from the police department because they didn't arrest the pedo that was. Did you see this one?
No.
He met up with like a drug dealer pedo that was going to meet them for sex. And am I okay to say words
Yes,
here?
100%.
Okay.
The
Okay.
only
I
one
don't
that
want to
we
get your
don't do
stream
is
taken
the
down
N
or
word.
nothing.
The only one we don't do is the N word. You're fine.
Copy. Copy. um, so yeah, he's getting flack from that police department, and he's respond, and I love his response. But it's also creating a divide between governments and civilians, which I don't think is good. I think we should be working together. Um, but and he brings this up. I wish we could, we should react to it sometime. But
Mm-hmm.
he yeah, he basically gets into it like it's like we reported him, we gave you everything, you didn't investigate him, we are not agents of the state, this is an entrapment. Like he was going off on. I thought it was beautiful, but it just shows that the system as it currently stands is really not meant for pedo hunting. You
Yeah.
know, it's like I like for example, I'm reporting. I'm reporting to the FBI, reporting to NECMEC, reporting to all these different organizations. And it's great that they're meeting with me and taking my evidence and everything, but we I can't work with them. They can't work with me. And that's kind of lame because I think we could all help each other. But because of the way our law enforcement system is manufactured, it's like separate from the civilian sector. And yeah, I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
Sorry to, yeah,
No.
sorry to go off on that tangent.
No, I asked.
So
I
that,
asked. You're
yeah,
fine.
and that's why I don't do meetups is because while it can almost guarantee an arrest, it can almost also guarantee like defense for the defendant, the pedo,
Mm-hmm.
and it is extremely dangerous for all parties involved. And I also don't want to encourage my audience to start doing that because I don't necessarily know if meetups are good. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
but
especially for people who don't know what they're doing. Right. Like
yeah,
it's one
but I
thing.
love it.
Well, right, but it's one thing when it's like Rosen or Schlepp or Skeeter Jean or Gideon or whoever who have resources in their wheelhouse, who know what they're doing, who kind of have a prior experience or
Yeah, and
preparation.
security and like they are doing it, and I think they're fucking awesome for that.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
But I don't want to I don't want to put I don't want to create a situation that's going to get me arrested or someone gets killed. I don't want that. And I also want to encourage like reporting and being able to do this all digitally because it keeps you out of physical harm.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I think Skeeter, Gene, and Gideon are very brave for what they're doing, and I think it's cool.
Yeah. Well, and I've had as I was telling you about last time we talked, I've had the fortune of doing some work with Schlepp, and he's doing some great work too. Him and Ruben Sem. They've done some really good work that I'm excited for my audience to see once it's out. It's good when it's done right. And there's
Yes,
also, unfortunately,
absolutely.
people like Vitali and people like what's his name? God, I covered him. A while back.
I probably
Rami
don't
El
know him.
Rami El Dali, who they just do everything they can to ruin everything because they do not care about victims and they are just looking for a spectacle. And that's kind of it's a double-edged sword in that way, where it's like you get these good people who are doing great work, and then you have these people who are doing it solely for the clout and solely for their own gain and their own image. And it's the good part about that is it's very clear which one you are when you watch one of those videos. But it's unfortunate that like everything on the internet, there is a authentic and inauthentic version of it. So,
For
um,
sure.
okay. Okay, do you recall collaborating with Plagued Moth?
I'll tell you what I do recall. He emailed me asking, I believe, for a voice clip. I was like, sure, here you go. That was the extent. Can you? I don't know anything about. Well, I know a little bit. I think that creepy reading told me a little bit
Yeah,
about plagued moth, but
I'm sure he
I don't
did.
know it's true. I don't know it's not. I don't know anything. So if you want to fill me in,
Well, I've done
you can.
yeah, I've done 2 videos on him. I've done, streams on him and everything. He's like I was just curious what your opinions of him were and if you had any interaction beyond like, that one like very small collaboration. I know one of the things was he had a crash out over you actually, which is very funny because he reached out to you again for some kind of collaboration and either you didn't respond to him or something along those lines, and he had like a giga crash out about you and was like and completely flipped on you and was like, I knew this guy was terrible and like blah blah blah, like he like freaked the fuck out over it. He is
This is
like
news to me.
yeah, yeah. No, it was very funny. But he is like a um he's a piece of work, man. Like I mean, he is he falsely accused and facilitated terrible harassment, including the sending of like and when I say facilitating, I mean that like through the audience that he's cultivated. Like one of my best friends was falsely accused by him of being a pedophile and a doxer and like all of this stuff just for exposing some of the bad shit that he had done. And it ended up that like fans of his like sent gore and like CP to him. Like he is just he's a huge like false accuser of anybody who's critical of him, which is why it wasn't surprising to see him flip on a dime with you as soon as you didn't, I guess, give him attention or whatever it was. I mean he's just overall he's not a good dude, not a good dude. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not in the YouTube sphere. Like there was a time I lived close to Nexpo, and even then I only knew what he would tell me of
Right.
others.
Right.
I'm not the type to be online and know what everyone's going through or what everyone's doing. And that's why I wanted you to review the video because I don't know what the commentary community is saying or how they're doing. I don't know, the I guess the chessboard
Mm-hmm.
of these YouTube communities. I'm so I just have everything. I have my own life to deal with. So
For sure. And to be clear, that question was not from a position of like, oh my god, like you collaborated with this bad person, like fuck you. It was more a personal curiosity because of the fact that like I was curious whether or not you guys even had like correspondence or anything like that. I was curious to hear if you had any opinions on him more than anything, because he's been a, you know, a subject of many a video and stream, and so it was just it was very, it's something that was on a lot of people's minds, was like, you know, what would Max think of this guy? But yeah,
I don't know him,
fair
but
enough.
I don't hear. Yeah, I hear a lot. I hear a lot about him,
Yeah,
but I
fair
don't.
enough.
I've never interacted with him personally. Just a few emails.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he said that about you. He said that he brought a story to you and that you rejected it because you couldn't make money from it.
I don't even recall. I do not recall that at all.
With the amount of times you have, you know, gotten videos taken down and demonetized and stuff like that, like obviously you've made money off of the Patreon and stuff like that, but like with the amount of times that, you know, you've gotten like missed opportunities on money because of the fact that you were unwilling to either like censor certain things, etc. I heard that and I was like, yeah, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. But yeah, he had this gigantic crash out about you. It was very funny.
It's crazy. I had no idea, but thanks for informing me.
Yeah, no problem. Now you know. Okay. So another chatter question here.
Yeah.
What made you do the videos that you did where you went after some of your former associates?
Uh, Sorry. Can you say that again?
Yeah, what made
Or
you
clarify?
do the yeah, I'll clarify. So like I mean the video kind of the I guess what we when we talked about it, we kind of like referred to it as like the drama slash response videos. Um
Oh, the trial of Mamamax. That
yes,
video.
that one and the Mudahar one. Yeah. Yeah.
What made me want to do it?
Yes.
I want. I just felt people needed to hear my side, and okay. So again, Harrison, you are the first person to platform me since everything went down. Everyone created their own version of the truth before hearing my side and ran with it. And then the entire internet ran away with that. And no one knew. No one knew except Silfet and me, and obviously all the other people who were involved on our side of things knew our side. Like it was just the public narrative. And so yeah, I just wanted to clear that up with. I just wanted to like put it out on the internet, like, hey, this is my side.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that was the justification for those videos. I felt like I couldn't make a pedo hunt video with people thinking that I was actually starving this victim that I promised to take care of. Um, because we everyone in this household was taking care of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and similar stuff like with the whole gym thing. It's like I was the scapegoat for all the gym rumors. um eh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Everything.
mean, you felt like you needed to address things from your side, which makes sense. I mean, there was a
Yeah,
lot to be addressed. Makes sense.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Um, okay. Okay, so here is another one from one of the chatters in the Discord here. Do you think that your so this applies to both, so first your old videos, I'll ask it from your old videos perspective first. Do you think that your videos have the potential to cause any harm or adverse effects? Your old videos.
My old video specifically.
Yes.
Does this include life sucks?
We we can start with life sucks, but I feel like
Well,
it
the
would
answer is
be
probably the same
yeah, okay.
because as I'm sure some of y'all have noticed, there will be times I like private videos and then re unprivate them. Like I go through these cycles where I'm like, this is yeah, this could be harmful to someone, you know? And but you're not again, when you're making videos and uploading to YouTube, you're not thinking, what is this going to say to this specific person in this specific situation? You're just putting your expression out on the internet. But then yeah, time, you know, lets you reflect and it's like maybe I shouldn't have said that. Or maybe like I mean, yeah, I could I mean yeah, man, it's just not you videos can be harmful and things you
Yeah.
say can be harmful. The things you do on the internet can be harmful to someone somewhere. Um, but not obviously not everyone is thinking about that. We're just being ourselves.
Sure.
And
And that's, I recognize, I mean, when we talked back in October, I mean, I think a lot of our conversation was about that. Where,
yeah,
that was one of my biggest issues with your older videos is like I felt, and not Life Sucks to be specific, but like,
right.
the old pedo hunting videos where it was like,
Yeah,
this, like a lot of people don't understand that this character is a character. And, because of that, they potentially get inspired to do potentially dangerous things. And that was a lot of where my concern came from was that, and like, the potential, kind of a less serious thing, but like the potential, like, I guess invalidation some people felt in terms of like the way that some of your comments about like the whole thing of having a specific way of responding to kind of childhood sexual trauma being the correct way was another thing too that I can think of at the top of my head, where that was one of my biggest issues with you and your content when we first talked. And to your credit, I can very much say that when we did talk that first time, you were completely receptive to that, and you completely accepted that that is a real thing. And that was exactly why I was like, I'm more than willing to continue talking to this guy, because I didn't know what to expect when I came in October. But the way that you responded to it with genuine like authenticity and maturity, I was like, this is a person who is genuinely willing to hear this stuff and actually like respond to it on more of a level of like, well, no, or being like, well, that's stupid or whatever, and that was good. That was good.
yeah. So all I can do is do my best. I'll put out a video and then later on I'll reflect on it and and I've found a process that is much better, which is showing your video to as many people as possible so they can tell you what's wrong with it, because they can help you see things that you can't see. Like I'm editing a video like 100 times, 1,000 times, and I'm practically blind to it, to what someone else would perceive it as. I because all I can see is just it is
Yep.
just fucking frames on a screen.
And I'm
Um,
and I'm sure many creators can relate to that on some level of like you get stuck in a very particular perspective when you're making a video and you do not know
yeah,
what people are going to think about it because but you may think you do because you get so stuck on this perspective where you're like, oh well, it's extremely clear to me, so it's going to be super clear to everybody else. But that's just not how it is, unfortunately. As much as
correct.
I wish when I'm making a video, back when I really was making videos, like as much as I wish I could just be like press it into somebody's head and be like, dude, this is how you should feel about this. This is how I want you to feel about this. This is how I want you to take this line that I'm saying. This is how I want you to take this scene or whatever. I don't have control over that. So it you know, especially with YouTube and stuff, it's total like court of public opinion, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, in my defense, people were saying good things. I was like, I was surrounded by people that were like, that's a good video, put it out. And you know, as time went on, it was like, oh, but you shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't have put that in there, or it could be anything. But I think part of it is, yeah, just growing older and seeing and being more professional. Um, yeah, yeah. I've been on the internet for a long time.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Let's see. And then I okay, here's a softball. How tall are you? I don't know why like three
uh,
different people asked that.
5'9", I believe, is
Okay.
the last time I measured.
Great. Okay. Um
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a skeleton. I'm a skeleton. Yeah, a lot of people. I'm very scarecrow structured. Um
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then transitioning straight into something else that's far more serious. Um did you ever talk to Rain about some of the victims that you were in contact with?
Our reign as in the organization.
Rain is in the organization, yep.
In what is this in reference to?
I would assume that it's in reference to the CJD stuff. I because I can't think of any
I
other occasion in which you've done like victim outreach sort of thing.
I don't remember if it was rain, but we did reach out to the lady who handled Spencer's case. But I
Like
don't
a
think it was rain.
caseworker sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, something, but it was something else. I don't think it was rain.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Th- so all of these here are like stuff that was asked by my chat within the kind of like watch party that we did of your video. So I unfortunately don't have further context on why somebody wanted that asked. But
Oh, okay. I mean,
yeah, I'm assuming that they just thought that that probably would have been a good idea, is what I would assume. Yeah.
right. I mean, we were reaching out to certain organizations. I can't remember if Rain was a part of them, but
I know that you
we
did
did reach
heavily
out to.
advocate for Rain in several of your videos during that period. So that
Yes.
could also
Yeah.
partially be
So
why.
yeah, that was a recommendation by an audience member who had good experiences with Rain and recommended that I push that out. So that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay.
I
Here's
love
one.
your laugh.
Here's one. Have you considered using a different game for inspiration for your videos?
Game.
Because Hotline Miami is a very, very big inspiration for your videos.
Well,
So,
if you're paying close attention, I have a few.
well, I know that I know.
Half-Life.
See, I was about to say that. See, I'm like a fucking, I was like a total, I spent well over 100 hours researching you when I did my initial like coverage and everything. And
Uh-huh.
so I know that you have, a G-Man reference. I know that you have, Matrix references. I know that you have, all these other references. But I think there's there were some people who were like, why is he still using Hotline Miami? Like, why is it still Hotline Miami? So I think that's what they were
I,
curious about.
yeah. To answer on Hotline Miami specifically, it just it looks good. It's hyper stylized, like it's very um, stimulating, which is similar to my editing style. Um, it it just the tone and the themes feel at home,
Mm-hmm.
given the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I mean, it doesn't have to be Hotline Miami. But it just it fits. I feel.
Yeah.
Um, I eventually want to move away from like games. Like if I could like just film everything myself and make all of my own music, and I probably would. But there's, I mean, it just video games provide so much, assets for the public to
Yeah.
use. It's like might as well use them.
Yeah. Fair
And
enough.
and yeah, Hotline Miami is very very close to home. I feel in given my channel and what we're covering and just how the feel feels right to me. Um, yeah,
Okay. Okay. Let's see. So
because it's freaking cool. Is that not good
yeah.
enough?
Yeah, I
The
saw that.
diamonds, bloody diamonds.
I know.
Exactly.
Um, let's see.
Tyro, I love you, Tyrone. I think you're very funny.
Dude, dude, you know of the legendary Tyro 9000?
Of course I do. I see him
Dude.
everywhere. I
Yes.
can't escape him.
Yes. Yes. He's beautiful. We love him. We love him. I finally convinced him to make a Discord account just so he could do this watch party. Um,
I like what he's doing. I think it's I fuck with
yeah,
it.
he's a beautiful man. Um, let's see. Okay. What? Okay. Did you have any conversations with the FBI about Kids Chat? And if so, did those bear any fruit?
Yeah, so I actually met with them Friday, the day I uploaded. I gave them the final flash drive, and I was just like, just monitor these chats like for the next 72 hours because the moderators tell me when people make videos about it, the chats get pretty nasty. Um, so just keep it monitored. All of the information is on the flash drive. When we talk about bearing fruit, I don't know if there's something happening behind the scenes to Chat Avenue, but I
Totally
do
fair.
know the FBI is providing intelligence to different organizations who are using it to their benefit. Um, and that probably ties in with the fees that Chat Avenue is having to pay because of certain organizations are fining them because they're failing to meet certain requirements. So I imagine that is happening behind the scenes, but in terms of something big, I don't know.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, but at the very least, they were receptive to the conversations that you had with them. It seems.
Yes, they love information. So anytime you have information you want to give to the FBI, just hand in a flash drive.
Got you.
See what Mark said?
Cash Patel's on the case, of course. Of course.
He's not even on the Epstein case.
I know. I know.
He's,
Miserable.
he's dealing with his girl problems.
True. Um. Okay. So this is from somebody, and this is gonna. You're gonna. I'm interested to hear your reaction on this one because you and
Yeah,
I had a discussion about this exact line that I heard several people take an issue with. Which you did
yeah.
change. You did soften it. But it had the same reaction that I was concerned about. So here it is verbatim, the question. Why does it seem like he is setting up a cabal of pedos to be responsible for discrediting him instead of his own actions?
Is that what I did?
So what they're referring to is specifically that line, that little segment where you talk about how Kids Chat tried to discredit specifically the work that you did with Kids Chat, right? And that was my
Right.
note to you was like I was like I feel like the way that you're saying it is a little bit too broad. and it it is, people are going to think that your intention here is to be like,
Hmm.
just hand wave everything that you've kind of been criticized for, and be like, oh well, this is, kids chat did this, or like, chatmaster did this or whatever. Whereas, I knew that was not your intention, but I was concerned with the wording, and I was like, I'm a little bit worried that people are going to take it that way. And
I
it's,
remember.
yeah. So I mean, it does. Unfortunately, it does seem like, I guess, some people are still kind of coming away with that, um, you know, interpretation with it. How would you respond to that?
Right.
Like, what would to clarify your intentions behind what you said there? How would you do that? You know?
Well, I was just I'm just sharing the truth. They did Chatmaster did did say I'm a lying piece of shit fraud, and it is one of the first communities that publicly made those claims. With that said, obviously no one knows how I feel about my mistakes. Besides, my friends and my family and the people who know me. Um, I know. I know I've made mistakes. And I do not feel good about them, but obviously everything led me to where I am now, and everything is a lesson and you can only learn. Um, so when it comes to my own actions, obviously I can only take accountability because I mean, I was canceled.
Yeah.
um, and pretty viciously. Like people harassed the organization I was volunteering at because of my mistakes.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously, I feel terrible for anything in my older videos that sucks, but it, you can only learn.
100%. And I mean, just to clarify,
um,
like, I mean, your intention around that was more to say that they were attempting to hide their own asses by discrediting you and taking advantage of
so,
what was happening in order to say, well, his kids chat stuff was bullshit too. When, anybody who goes on kids chat, as I was talking about earlier, knows that that's complete horseshit, right?
right,
And that was the intention of what you were saying.
correct.
Right.
I can't. I mean, yeah, and yeah, it's just what happened.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Um. Okay, and then kind of segueing into that, what you were just talking about, do you have regrets on how you handled your past videos, and if so, what are they?
Fuck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? I mean, well, here's the thing. Like I said, at the end of the day, I got to where I am now, and I feel like I'm starting to do it right. Um, it would have been cool if I had a mentor or someone helping me along the way to prevent my mishaps, but I didn't. And so obviously, if I could go back in time, I would make this video first.
Yeah, of
Not
course.
the original kids chat. The one I made is trash. But at the time, it's like I liked it at the time. The people I showed it to liked it at the time. Jim, Ryan, Mudahar, they all said it was good. Fucking apex content. I'm still in the group chat where we were working on it and we were talking about it. Like I can only do my best and take feedback and work on that, but obviously, yeah, if I could go back in time and just remake the kids chat video into the one I just made, I would have done that.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
So absolutely.
Okay.
And
Um.
I will probably I don't want to say too much, but I'm the same way I went back to Kids Chat, I kind of want to go back to other places I've been before.
Maybe revisiting IMVU.
I don't want to talk too much about it, but
Okay,
I'm
okay,
open
all
to
right,
it.
all right. Fair enough, fair enough. Does my lol even still exist?
It was taken down. Isn't
Hey,
that great?
that's a dub. That's a dub. We love to hear that. Yeah,
No one ever talks about that, but yes, my
great,
LOL has been taken down, and I did help shine some light on it.
good.
I'm not gonna take credit for taking it down because I think it was a few legal teams that did it, but
Nick Andros in chat.
job got done.
Yeah, which is great. Which is great. Yeah, and
Yeah,
hi Nick Andros. And then okay, we talked about this one a little bit the last time we talked. And so I already
yeah.
know that you don't know a ton about this guy. But people were asking about it, as I told you that they probably would. What do you think about Sly Boy? Do you know anything about Sly Boy?
Only what you told me. I've never seen a video. I don't even think I've heard his name.
Yeah, totally fair. Totally
But
fair.
but I heard what you told me.
I just figured we'd knock that one out because I know that people are gonna ask about that and are wondering about it. Okay. Do you still use AI in your videos? I want to clarify before you answer. I do not care at all if you do, as you can definitely tell. My thumbnail is AI. It's not something I
Really?
care about. But like, I think people are curious if you do.
So I will say, AI is a touchy subject on the internet, as I think it properly should be. There's a lot to talk about with AI. When it comes to, so I'll admit Gemini helped with research. Like if you put deep research and put in Chat Avenue, it got me quite a few links that I could not find just by Googling. So I will say it definitely helped with research. Um, I did have, it's so funny because I I did put my writing in it to try to make it more professional. But at the end, it kind of sucks at writing, like
It
creative
does.
writing.
It does.
It
Yes.
like it's good at like professional emails that are just like very bland, but it sucks at making jokes. It sucks at being witty or like proper storytelling. So I was just like this fucking thing sucks. I'm just gonna write my own. So everything is predominantly human made, but there was a lot of research that AI did help with,
Sure. Okay.
specifically Gemini deep research.
Cool. Um, does he talk to victims? Yes. Um, what is? Oh, okay. Can you walk us through your process of reporting stuff to law enforcement? Like, kind of what you specifically did with the kids chat thing. And I know that you did that
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
some ways with like paste this and like send this to these emails and that kind of thing. But just kind of for the layman, I think that would be very helpful.
Yeah. No, yeah. So for kids chat specifically, I on my day one, I just wanted to see if it's still the same. Like I didn't even know if I was going to make a video on it. I just wanted to see, well, we're just gonna go in there and see what happens. And then, like 25 seconds, Kevin messages me. And then, quickly I think we got his Discord and we got his face like that day. Um, I believe it was a week or a few weeks later, we got his government identification and confirmation that he was trying to groom minors. As soon as we got his government ID, that's when we did everything. Did all the reporting. I specifically asked a law enforcement officer, when is the right time to report? As soon as you have like government identification or address, first, last. Once you have an identity, that's the time to report. Um, and it's sad because if you don't have an identity, it they make it sound like it's not even worth reporting because they're never going to find the guy. But I still think if you submit to the FBI, they should put some kind of open source intelligence investigation into it so they can find out who this username is tied to.
Sure.
But obviously they have resources that are dedicated to people who are already identified, and I mean we can get into the whole infrastructure of law enforcement agencies, but um yeah, as soon as we have confirmation that they are grooming minors and an identity, that's when we make the initial report, and then we continue updating that report like as we get more.
Right. Right. Which is the intention of including that case number and all of that kind of stuff.
Correct.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense.
So
Okay.
and yeah, that helps with if they have a case number, they can tie, okay, this guy's tied to this crime. Okay, we have another person reporting under this case number. Oh, this is the same guy. He's now committing these crimes. It just helps create a paper trail of the predator.
Okay. Um, I think you've kind of already answered this question when we talked about meetups, but would you ever want to collaborate with Alex Rosen if you're still in the Texas area? Because he also lives in Texas.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't recognize that name.
You don't know Alex Rosen, really?
I don't think I do.
So he's kind of one of the
I
big
might know him by his
guys.
face.
Here I could here I'll screen share with you real quick and show you a picture of his face. Hold on. Um, give me a second here.
I see Nick Andros is in your chat. Can't wait to talk,
He
man.
is.
Oh my
He
God.
is.
Love your content, dude. You're doing good work.
He's awesome. I love Nick Andros. Nick Andros, my buddy, dude. Okay. This is that is not Alex Rosen. What? What is going on? This is the problem with Brave. Brave never shows me what I want. Like, okay.
You got to use Gemini deep research, man.
This is Alex Rosen. This is Alex Rosen right here.
Oh, okay. He caught EDP, right?
Yes, he's done quite a few other things.
My apology.
Beyond that.
Yes.
But
Yes, I didn't recognize his name, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down. Fuck. I mean, I want more people. I want to talk to more people. Like I love this. Like I
Yeah.
love we need more communication and working together. That's what humanity needs. Less isolating ourselves, less division. Like there's big problems and we all have to work together to solve them.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
So yeah, I'd be down if you know him. Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. Um, I think you've already kind of answered this question as well, but are there any other, kind of chat rooms or those kind of things like websites, etc., that you are interested or are currently looking into to make videos on?
So I've seen 321 chat by Greg Barrow. It's the same infrastructure. It uses Cody chat, but they seem like they have a better system when it comes to reporting predators and keeping the infrastructure like I talked to the moderator of Chat Avenue. He said all of the chat rooms in 321 chat, I believe, are connected so that all admins and moderators can bounce between rooms. Take that with a grain of salt. I haven't actually done research into 321 chat besides what I show in the video. But they seem to have it, and there's more accountability because the owner is public, whereas Chat Avenue everything is anonymous. And like openly predatory, like using children as moderators it's illegal. You cannot be subjecting children to
Yes.
predators and
We all thought that
predatory
was
behavior.
absolutely
Like
insane. The guidelines are
That is
literally
that
be at least 14 and be willing to take some abuse. Like, I mean, we
no, yeah,
lost our
that's
minds at that part. Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
that's insane. That
Yeah,
is highly illegal, and that alone should get the website shut down. But we can talk about that all day.
right, right. Okay. Um, have you thought about ever talking about Roblox? That's one of the questions.
Absolutely. I've even before Schlep blew up, I've been getting people telling me to cover Roblox, and I've been wanting to, and I tell people to, watch out for Roblox because kids do use it, and so do predators. Um, Absolutely.
Yeah,
I want to cover as much as possible because
cool.
there's a lot out there.
There is. There is, true. Um, okay. Let's see. All right. Have you ever heard of Lio Convoy?
I don't believe so.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me pull them up.
You said YO Convoy?
Lio Convoy. Lio Convoy.
Lio.
Yeah, Lio
I
Convoy.
don't recognize the name.
Okay, hold on. Let me just
Who
show
is
you.
Vic, by the way?
Vic is one of my co-hosts. Vic is one of my co-hosts.
Oh, okay, cool. Where's he?
They're literally just ribbing around. Well, he's
Oh, okay.
he's lurking like a little freakazoid.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Hold
All
on,
right.
hold on. Let me show you Lio Convoy. So he's like, there's a offshoot of the commentary community called the art commentary community, and it is just it's a complete mess. And he is like, one of the things he has done is like done some strange version of predator hunting in that community. And this is Lio Convoy here.
Is it supposed to be a video? What am I looking at?
No, it's just an image. That's just Lio. He's the guy in the
What?
lion suit.
You have to give me context, bro, because I don't know what the fuck.
It's just no. He's literally no. Literally, all it is he's like kind of people. He's very very controversial, and people have constantly like literally the one of the first questions I got when people knew I was talking to you is, does he know Lio Convoy? Does he know Lio Convoy? Does he know Lio Convoy? And like I was like, I guarantee he has never heard of this guy in his life. But no, he's more than anything, I would just kind of call him a meme. He's not really somebody that you necessarily need to have on your radar. People were probably just
Okay.
curious if you had heard of him. Um,
So is it an inside joke with your audience, or is it
um, no, I mean he's pretty well known in like kind of the commentary space. It's just like he
okay?
has had quite a few mishaps, but also, he's not a terrible guy or anything. I think he's just made a lot of mistakes. So I think people were
Okay.
just curious if you had ever heard of him or if you knew who he was, which obviously no.
Mm, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't.
No, you're fine. You're not. You're fine. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
These are ones you probably could guess that you'd get. But thoughts on Chud Logic?
Um, thoughts on Chud Logic? I would have to talk to him to fully know who he is. I don't know him. I I've seen clips. I've seen I've seen his title and thumbnails about me, but I've also seen his title and thumbnails about other people, so I'm not I'd have to meet him to know for sure how I feel about him, but I am open to the idea of him.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. How about Diorio?
You want to talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
I could there's there's so much to say. Where do you want to start?
Um, that's up to you, man. That's up to you. It can
How
be
I
as broad
currently
or as
feel about him?
specific as you want. Yeah, how you currently feel about him? Probably. Yeah, I think that that's where that question came from. Yeah. How do you currently feel about him?
I want to look at his face. I want to see what he looks like right now
I don't actually know what he looks
to
like
know
right
for
now.
sure.
He's
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like. He keeps his face hidden for a reason. But I would love to see what he looks like. Um, but I have seen him for a long time. In fact, the first time I heard about him, he was commenting on my kids chat video on Tommy C's stream.
what do you say
And
about it?
and he was it was just nitpicking. He's like he put a footage of him hanging a baby and like making it seem crazy because I have this shot of the doll hanging itself. It's in this new video.
Yeah.
And we would me and Mark would quote him all the time because we just thought it was so really I'm trying to expose a pedo ring and you're concerned. And I think that's because it was around Answer Us Pedo Tube because the video went down. Um, and that is fair criticism. You can criticize Answer Us Pedo Tube, but what him and Tommy C were doing were just fucking nitpicking the video.
Right.
Um, and like every little thing, and it irked me, but I kept my eyes on him. And then he was more open to talking, which made me more comfortable with him. Um, he, it's it's interesting. He is he is very polite to you in DMs and very malicious in the public. Um, so you can kind of tell he's two-faced. But even then, I was still like, okay, well, maybe he's doing what I'm doing. He's playing a character. He's trying to entertain people. I understand that. So I was like, whatever. But I stayed in contact with him. I appreciated that they platformed me after Wayne, I believe. No, sorry, after IMVU on the Half Baked podcast is what it's called, right?
Yeah, half baked. Yep.
Um, and that was very kind of them to platform me. It was funny. Most of the comments were annoyed with him because he kept interrupting me. But I don't mind because I he wanted to say his piece and I was letting him. And then I was trying to answer his questions like to the best of my ability. But obviously he would interrupt and then that annoyed people. It didn't necessarily annoy me, but that was fine. We were on good terms. It's so funny, Tom. I think it was like the first time I met Tom in person. He showed me a picture of Nicholas Diorio struggling to get out of a booth like of a restaurant. He's like, look how fat Diorio is, dude. And I was like, that's he's big. um, but aside from that, I would only really notice Nicholas in like on like Twitter saying something like anytime like an ex-partner was talking about me, he would, call them schizo or something, or anytime I did something that he didn't like, he would be like, this was gay. Um, but I didn't really let it bother me.
Yeah.
Um, and then, the last case happened. He he to me, he was acting like he cared. He's like, "Hey man, this seems serious and I care about this." And so I sent him like the first version of the Charlie video. And the DMs are in my video. He said, "There's not really much to criticize here." I was like, "Cool." And he got it. He understood what I was trying to do. Same with multiple other people, other YouTubers were telling me this is cool. This is fine. This Charlie video is good, looks good to me. We get what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I release it. And then, Charlie responded to it. And then everyone stopped talking to me.
Yeah.
um Obviously Sulfet kept talking to me, but yeah.
Sure.
Um
Do you
just
think you
every
were
and I was just
do you think you were gay up to some level?
pardon?
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Gay opping is when you it's like pulling a fast one on somebody. It's I guess let me rephrase it. And this is a form of gay op. So I'm teaching you commentary vocabulary here, but do you think Diorio just said that to you and actually did have problems with the video?
I couldn't tell because we did not get in a call and I could not see his face. But from what I saw, he seemed genuine. He understood what I was trying to do. So I thought, and he did, I think he donated like $25 to one of the streams. So that was nice. Um, but you think it might have been subterfuge.
Um, from the way that he is, I
The
don't
way
know.
he is,
I don't know.
the way he has been.
I mean, yeah, like I mean the way that he
It
acted like
would,
after like, like during the height of like the CJD stuff. I mean, I think it's possible.
I,
I don't know that for a
but
fact though. I'm not going to assume, you know what I
if,
mean? Kind of like what
uh,
you were saying. But like, I mean, it yeah, I was more curious on your own perspective on it because it's like I'm kind of undecided on it myself.
I thought he was being genuine, and it wasn't until the call when I asked Spencer, "Hey, can you just tell them how you feel?" And he presented that as a manipulation. Me wanting a victim to tell them what she is going through. He said I was a snake for that in the call. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, huh. Okay. I understood. I understood in that moment the call was a trap and they were probably going to leak it. Um, but I didn't care. I was so furious with them that I just started yelling at them because it was very upsetting. As you can imagine,
Yeah.
and I was more upset at Mutahar than Nicholas because Mutahar, as two-faced as Nicholas was being, Mutahar was being so actively malicious towards me, someone he to my face was claiming, "I'm your friend and I'm going to help these survivors." Meanwhile, it's almost like he's assembling all of these commentary channels to attack us. That's how we felt. And so, and that's, yeah. So Nicholas was, yeah, an extension of that. But I primarily blamed Mutahar for that because he's the one who invited Nicholas in during and was like, "Nicholas is going to help me, we're all going to get this situated for everyone, and this is going to be a productive meeting." And obviously it wasn't. We thought we were getting in a private conversation so we could get to the bottom of this. And as you know, we walked into a trap. And I don't necessarily regret that call because I think it's a piece of history that should be revisited at some point. But yeah, it I thought I genuinely trusted these people. I would not have gotten in a call with them if I didn't. And it was heartbreaking to see what they decided to do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, and then finally, of course, thoughts on lyrics.
My boy Liam.
Yeah.
So Mark has been updating me, but I'm not I don't watch anything. I don't know. I don't know what he's going through or what he's done or well, I know some of what he's done. But what do you want me to get into?
Well, I mean, I guess just like, uh, thoughts on like after everything, your thoughts on him, and then I'll ask you if you know about a certain thing that's happened more recently. But to start with, like just thoughts on him after everything's shaken out. You know.
Okay. Um, I at the current moment, I I I don't even want to say I feel bad for him because I don't. I think he here. Okay, I'm just going to explain what I've seen from him.
Mm-hmm.
He he and do we want to mention another guy who he platformed?
Who?
A person we both know.
Go ahead and mention him.
Anthony Field.
Oh yeah. Right. Right.
Do we want to talk about this?
That is completely up to you. That is completely up to you.
I he's all I want to in terms of lyrics and Anthony. When it comes to my ex partners, I want them to leave me alone, and I would like to leave them alone. And Anthony and lyrics kept inflaming both of us, both groups. And I did not appreciate that, and I don't think they did either. Um, and in the process of doing that, we have I, I have 5 hours of content that I have not released, Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is specifically covering the Subordinary podcast about me, featuring Nexpo, and the Liam Donovan or the lyric stream with Nicholas Diorio and Nexpo. I chose not to release those because Ryan reached out to me and he's been kind and he has been supportive.
Mm-hmm.
But in those videos, lyrics, we cover lyrics's platforming of Anthony, and we have so many clips of him downplaying sexting minors, which is pretty damning. Um, However, it's a battle that I don't think I should fight because again, I don't know Liam. I'm not I've never been in a Discord call with him. I'm not pedo hunting him. I just know what I've heard from those streams. He was downplaying sexting minors, thinking that it's okay just because it's a friend from high school that you can you can sext minors. No, you cannot. It is still a crime. And I tear him apart with that. But I never released those videos, so Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. He did downplay the sexting of minors, and I think that is that in and of itself is pretty damning. I don't know what he's done besides some random accusations that are made against him, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I know.
Well, yeah, he dresses up like a little girl now. So,
Yeah, I noticed that.
yeah.
I he seems like he's going through some stuff mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, pardon. Anthony is Magnetar. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Um,
And I don't want to make this about Anthony. I don't want to give him shit. I don't like being bothered by him. I don't like my exes being bothered by him. I don't like my exes bothering me or me bothering them. I just that is that is what happened. Lyrics platformed him, and they were downplaying sexting minors.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, I feel like we've talked about Nexpo, um we talked about Muda, we've talked about all the other cast of characters who were involved. What about Jim? What about Night Ducks?
I reached out to him uh, while I was trying to release this. He hasn't said anything. I don't blame him. He's a dad. He's also been viciously gossiped about by many different YouTubers. Um, Jim, from my experiences with Jim, he was always very kind to me. He he was genuine. He he's a good dad. He's a family man. He comes from a good family. They are very kind. I hope I can talk to him someday. From what I hear, he's Ryan still talks to him. But I've asked Ryan to put me in touch with him. Ryan says he's going to put me, or he's been trying to get me in touch with him. But I don't blame Jim if he doesn't want to talk to me. But I think a conversation with him and I would be very healing for both of us. And I wish the best for him.
And so,
Jim is Night Ducks. Yeah, sorry for
no, you're fine.
I'm saying real names. I know the
You're fine.
audience isn't as yeah.
Um, a lot of people, like, just to clarify with the audience, a lot of people think still that you were, I guess, the person disseminating rumors and talking shit, as they would say, I guess. Um, can you kind of clarify that for us? Like, you have maintained, you said it earlier in the interview here, like that was more of kind of you being thrown under the bus. Um, is what walk us through that a little bit. I know that you made a video about it. But just for the sake of right now, for these people who are still kind
Oh
of
yeah.
on the fence, questioning all that kind of stuff,
Excuse me.
you're fine. Walk us through that.
Yeah. Um so while being respectful to Jim's privacy and everything, I will say I did not start the Jim rumors. Jim was a topic of conversation for many different communities. You even saw the way Mudahar's wife talked about him.
Yep.
Jim, um, I feel so bad talking about him without his consent, but I mean, this is just the truth. And that's all I'm going to be disseminating. And I hope one day we can all talk about it together because I want him to upload and I want him to be active. Um, but yeah, I mean, Prox, do you remember Prox?
Yeah. Helped you out
Prox
on some
explained
videos
it
and
pretty
stuff.
well. Like Jim was divorced. Jim was getting a lot of attention online, as we all were. Um, and I will say Jim was not the only one like getting female attention. You know, obviously I was. Everyone was. but just some of the things Jim would say are just things that are better left unsaid. And maybe that's true for all of us. You know, maybe we all say things we probably shouldn't say. But Jim would say things and people would talk. It wasn't just me, it was Discord. It was at YouTuber events. Like it and yeah, especially when it comes to, have you been to a YouTuber event, Harrison?
Unofficially, and with tiny little YouTubers. It was more of just like friends meeting up, but nothing other than that.
Even so, y'all will probably talk about another YouTuber behind their back, correct?
Yes.
Someone you all know.
Yes.
Yeah. You know how it works. YouTubers talk, YouTubers gossip about other YouTubers. YouTubers, you know, that's we're human. And we are on the world stage and we're all presenting each other our expressions of ourselves. And people gossip, man. and and Jim's probably a little retarded himself, but we all are, I think. Not like you did, Max. Stop lying. We all talked.
Yeah.
You know
My
how it is.
my girlfriend really likes Jim. So that's that.
Really?
That's that's my girlfriend. So um yeah, okay. And I mean from what I saw, I mean like I even said this when I was like full on against you. I mean, to give you some amount of credit here. Like I mean, you know, Nexpo was one of the leaders in terms of spreading a lot of that stuff. And so was Dojangles, as they say. Um
I to no, I mean there is a reason why he deleted all his DMs with me. Um, but it 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 didn't get nasty until Mudahar and Jen were involved. Like
yeah.
that is when it got disgusting. They are even. I mean, you saw the way they were trading me. Let that be an indicator of, and that's just the shit they say publicly. That is the shit they said publicly. Imagine what they were saying privately, man. It is they they're meant for each other. Can't wait for the day they split up and they're talking about each other.
And I think
I'm looking forward to that day.
I think a big thing that people are like wanting clarification of is like,
Yeah.
do you stand by the things that you were saying about him? That you maybe you'd heard of from other people, maybe you'd witnessed it, but do you stand by some of the things that you said about him? I mean, some people are saying that you made him out like he was a danger to his kids. Some people are, just saying that
No.
it's a lot of lies.
No. I I told I told them what I saw when I was living with them.
Yeah,
It's just, I mean, did you see the original version before I edited it?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's a clip he gave to me of his daughter speaking. Do you recall this?
No, no.
Oh, okay. It was in the original. He asked me to cut it out, so I did. But her face is blacked out and everything, but she was just saying I miss Max. Um,
Yes. Okay, I do remember that. I
that's
remember that
and
now.
that's not an indicator that he's a bad dad. I would feed them sometimes. I would play dolls with them sometimes. Like they would come in my room and just be like, "Hey." So it's yeah, it's just and he was busy doing his own thing. Like it was fine. Like I loved Jim, and he has great kids and a great family. Um, So I didn't mind it. I just told them I would feed his kids sometimes and play with them.
Yeah.
But then, they're Muda and Jen are saying he's fucking abusing his children. Um, it everything gets yeah, it's a game of telephone that is, and the exact same thing happened to me. It's like I tell Mudahar one thing, he goes tell 10 different people that I said this or that I'm doing this. It's like, yeah, that's not to say I didn't participate. I did, and I admit to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, justice for Jim. He's a good dad, a good man. From what I've seen, um, I never really had problems with him
Okay.
personally.
Yeah. All right. Um. Okay. Mm-mm. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Lolicon?
Is this yours or is this a viewer question?
A little bit of both. I'm curious too.
I don't think it's healthy. I've heard arguments made that at least it's not an actual kid. Um, I don't know how to respond to that because I'm not a psychologist. I'm not an expert in like the effects that certain media have on the human mind. But I am assuming it's probably not healthy. Um, and it could exacerbate those inclinations.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a depiction of children. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's healthy.
I think.
But I mean,
Yeah. We're in
but
sort
I
of
don't
a.
think any pornography is healthy. I think it's all unhealthy.
I mean, sure, but I would
But yeah,
say
specifically
right.
depictions of children is extremely it's a dangerous territory.
Right. I mean, it's pedophilic.
And that's why we like what Nick Andros is doing.
Right. Certainly pathetic. Pedophilic. Like, I mean, I think that's undisputable. To anybody with a brain, at least.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, and that being said, have you seen any of this stuff? That's well. Let me start with this. Do you know who Chibi Reviews is?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So Chibi Reviews is a gigantic quote unquote free speech advocate, aka he gets extremely angry when stuff like animated depictions of child sex are banned from certain areas like Texas and stuff like that. And he's a extreme advocate of like Lolicon, Shotacon, all that kind of stuff. And he always does the whole argument of, you got to be able to discern fiction from reality. That's a big one for him, which is funny because, or he also does the thing where he's like, it's just drawings. And, my response is always drawings of what?
That's good. That's a good response.
And, I mean, it's me, Nick Andros, like a lot of other guys are like kind of in the lolly wars right now, where a lot of people are, doing everything they can to advocate for this stuff and, saying that we're insane because, like we can't discern fiction from reality. We think that it's like, equivalent to CSAM, which no, not a single one of us has ever said that, obviously. But it's just like it is. It's mind melting the way that these people will just advocate and tend to their wonderful depictions of naked children that they want to continue having in their lives. It's a mystery to me personally. But yeah, this Chibi guy's huge advocate for that stuff, and he recently has been getting into a bit of a war with Schlepp, and people were asking, if you knew about any of that stuff, if you had thoughts on it. But
This is news to me, but I'm interested.
yeah, yeah, it's rough. Schlepp kind of put him. He fired the first shot across the the ocean by essentially being like, this is like terrible. This is pedophilic, all that kind of stuff. And it just kind of went from there. And it's become this huge, huge thing. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the internet's a big place, and there's a lot of disturbing realities that we are dealing with. But it's good to wage war on that kind of shit because, yeah, I remain that it's not healthy, and to be advocating for it is deeply unsettling.
I completely agree. And Nick Andros, I'm sure you're not shocked by this, but Nick Andros has a lot of really good threads that he's made on Twitter about this stuff. Like, one of the points that he's brought up is that like a lot of art uses references for anatomy and stuff like that. There's this kind of reality of like, oh, there's no harm in it and like all that kind of stuff. It's a myth. It's a bullshit myth that these, in my opinion, I don't care if it's controversial or not, that these pedophiles can tell themselves, so that they can.
There's no harm in it because, yeah,
right.
When
but then when you think about references, when you think about the fact that they are, again, what are the drawings of? Like, it's of children, it's of sexual material of depicting children, and there's just no way around that. There's no way to win that. They can cope all they want, but it doesn't change reality, unfortunately, for them. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
The BS myth is that the art is totally fictional and has no connection to real children, Nick Andros says. Yes, exactly.
Right.
Which is just stupid.
It's just a dangerous thought process because it's it's so, how it's bad, man.
It is. It's also very disturbing. What was very disturbing is seeing like freakish lolicon enthusiasts ratioing Schlepp, which means that there are enough of these people.
Oh no!
That like, it was a.
Are willing to fight for that.
Exactly. It was so.
It's
just disgusting. It was so disgusting to see. And they started. One of the things they started doing.
Very brazen.
Oh yes, 100%. One of the things they started doing is they started making like Shotokan of Schlepp as a child.
That's gross.
Yeah, Schlepp, who is a grooming victim. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's awful. It's awful out there. It really is, unfortunately. I always try to tell people, you have to remember you're never going to run into these people on the streets because they stay in their basements. And the reality is that the people around you in real life, at your job and that kind of thing, they're, the 99.99% of them are not like this. And this is a result of, this internet thing where back in the day, if you like a streamer that I used to watch a lot, Deadwing Dork, he has this analogy where he's like, back in the day, let's say you were very fascinated with fucking goats or something, right? You would usually you tell your friends about it and you get bullied out of it. You get shamed out of it, whatever, right? And you wouldn't be able to find like a community around you that would support that, or it was highly unlikely that you would. Nowadays, the problem is you can just go to goatfuckers.com and you are going to have 10,000 people from all across the world, even though that's a tiny, tiny number in the grand scheme of things. But within that small community, it's huge. And now you have this entire support system telling you that the world is crazy and that you're not, and supporting this behavior and advocating it further. And that's just what happens. Is these people conglomerate together, they convince each other that it's normal, and they they're just in this mass psychosis of thinking that this is a perfectly normal thing.
Right.
But yeah. Okay. So before we get to viewer questions, can you don't have to, but can we get a Tyrone W?
What does that mean? Like you want me to show a W
No,
on
like
screen,
no, like
or...
say Tyrone W.
Oh, Tyrone W.
Okay, hell yeah, dude.
Here, I'll type
Okay.
it in. Can I type it in chat?
Yeah, type it in chat, dude. Yeah, listen, my boy Tyrone, he just deserves all the laurels. Okay, I just want to make sure we get. Okay, great. Okay, so let's do chat questions here. Let's see. Are you gay?
What does that mean? Homosexual?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I think I've kissed 3 guys in my life. Not passionately, but just in acting um situations.
Mm-hmm.
I never I didn't enjoy any of them. I like kissing women, specifically my woman.
Fair. Fair. Okay.
But yeah, you could say I'm gay in other ways.
Okay, fair enough. Sure. Sure. Okay. Max, what do you think of the Killdozer?
What is that?
You never heard of the Killdozer? Really?
I don't know.
That's it's a true crime case where this like kind of asshole of a small town got really fucking fed up with the town around him and built an armored bulldozer and like welded himself into it and like massacred, or didn't massacre, sorry. He like destroyed half of the town and like caused a lot of property damage and stuff. I think he was the only death in that situation, if I'm recalling it correctly.
That's
But
crazy. No, I've never heard of this, but I'll have to look it up.
yeah, it's a very interesting story. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why they wanted to know, but there you go.
Okay.
Um, can we know specifically what happened with Spencer?
I'll talk about what I can. Um, I don't want to go too much into it because I want to respect her privacy. Um, I hope she's doing well, and I hope she will eventually tell her story in the way it should be told. Um, we don't keep in contact. Um, After she was making accusations to her Facebook group, and that got leaked, obviously we were like, okay, well, we, I mean, this is maybe you should go back home then.
Yeah, a little bleak.
Yeah, so, but I mean, it was amicable. We still were friendly to her. We still wished her the best, and it's funny. I got a call from. I probably shouldn't talk about this, but I did get a call from her next roommate, and we empathized with each other, and she went through a lot of what I went through. So I don't know if she's still just couch surfing. I don't know. I don't know. I just hope she's doing better than she was.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, like, I'm sure a lot of people who still have questions about that, I mean, they can watch your video, right? Like, I mean, I feel like a lot of that is pretty.
I'm I'm happy to answer like what I can, but yeah, I mean the main stuff is in the video. I mean, I even in the video, I cut out like a bunch of situations that just it was just not not great dealing with all that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it sounded like a fucking nightmare, dude.
it was it was something else.
Yeah, because I remember like during that time, like I was like full on like, you know, I was a full on anti. Okay, during that time, but even during that time, I was watching this shit and I was like, dude, this sounds like hell. This sounds horrible. I this just I hate this for him. I don't know if you ever saw oh my god, what is the creator's name? Was it Toxic Skull? Toxic Skull, I think his name was. He made a couple of videos about Spencer, and how kind of talking about a lot of that uh, more sort of deceptive stuff or manipulative stuff that she was doing that wasn't, because he got in contact with people who knew her before you ever did. Um,
Hmm.
and so there's a lot more information there if chatters wanted to look into that. Um, so if you want more Spencer info, if you're very curious about it, that's where you can probably find it. In Max's video and in the Toxic Skull video, if unless I'm totally forgetting his name, which I could be, which is so sad and annoying because I talked to the guy a lot, but I haven't talked to him in like a year and a half. Whoops. Um, but yeah, that's where I'd recommend looking. Okay. Okay. Would you be willing to interview with any other streamers or creators? Somebody asks.
Fuck yeah, man, get me out there. Someone, you're the first one to give me this platform. Like that is I love talking to you guys. Like I want to be here and communicate and inform. I'm a pretty open book. It's just difficult to get the truth out there when everyone's telling their own version of the truth. Um, so yeah, I'm down for whoever. If anyone wants to, I'm so down.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Let's see. Are you still a grifter, or did the grifting allegations clear up?
So what when people call me a grifter, what are they saying?
They're saying that you don't. So grifting is essentially like representing a cause that you don't actually believe in order to get clout.
Right. I there's I mean there's so many better ways to get clout. There's I I mean if it's not obvious that I care, I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm volunteering at organizations, I'm donating, I'm learning, I'm making videos about it. I've experienced it firsthand. Like I don't know what to I don't know what to tell y'all. Like I'm just doing my best.
Yeah. Okay.
Um so if Tommy C wants to still say I'm a grifter, that's fine.
Sure.
But I do care about what I'm doing, and I'm hoping the work makes that obvious.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got Tyrone W and Leviathan's W. Okay. And then we've got also High Max.
Hi.
Okay. And then people are asking if they can see the dogs.
If y'all want to see the dogs, fuck yeah. Am I okay to go get them real
Yeah,
quick?
of course you are. Of course.
They may bark. They bark at themselves when they're on screen, so
That's
they may
okay.
start barking and being crazy. I apologize, but
That's
yes,
totally
I can
okay.
go get them. Give me 1 sec.
Okay. Yeah, take your time.
Um, All right, they're coming. All
Okay, awesome. Very
right,
cute.
we have Ruby. Velf is right here. Lottie is underneath. Can you
Aw.
see all of them?
We can see two. We can see two.
Hey. Okay, Lottie's over
Two of the
here.
three. Okay, there, there,
Hey.
there. There you go.
Hey. Yeah, they love screen time. Hey. Belf, obviously.
Oh,
Mr. Ross is in an urn downstairs, but he watches the household every day.
oh, yeah.
Um, yeah. It's a
Oh,
good start.
so cute. Oh,
No, laddie. But thank you. Thank you for making me pay the dog tax. I
of
always love to
course,
show them.
of course. Spoofs, I did read out you saying hi. I literally read out you
High
saying
spoon.
hi, and then he responded. He said hi. Yeah, there you go. He just said hi, Spoofs. There you go. Um. Okay. Okay. W dog tax. 100%. 100%.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me be here and listening. It really means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, of course. Of course. Um. Okay. Let's see. Free Kaya. Yeah, true. Talking about Hassan's dog. Um.
Oh, yeah, I know about that. That
Yeah.
is something I heard about.
Um. Okay, we have somebody asking. We have Morale asking if you know, like how to go about asking you for like if somebody wanted like a cameo or something like that, like or voice lines or something like that. Is that something you're open to doing, or is that how does that work?
If people want that, I mean, who the fuck wants that?
Morale wants it apparently.
I would say the best way to get in touch with me for shit is probably on my Patreon. Just give $5 and then message me, and then I'm open to like messaging you back. I can't guarantee I'll do anything for you, but if it's reasonable, I might do it.
Cool, cool. There's your answer on that one, Morale. Um, little cat man. Um, um, let's see. Do we have anything else? Let me
Yeah,
see.
I'm 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 happy to stay. I'm probably gonna go to the bathroom soon, but let's say like 10 more minutes. I'm down to like just chill out with everyone or just answer any questions or
I mean, why don't you go ahead and take your bathroom break, and then if people have any more questions, they can kind of be asking them as you're gone.
okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll be back. Give me like 3 minutes.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, chat. Go ahead and ask any questions that you have. And once Mac's back, how about Max's thoughts on the Kiwi Farms? Favorite shows growing up? Okay. Library of Ruina? I'll ask. I don't even know what that is. Why do I sound like a history teacher? A strict history teacher? I don't know. Is that a bad thing? Desali. Desali, why are we doing this? I totally missed church for this huge load of crap. Oh God. Okay, sorry. Will Mamamax investigate Plague Moth? We did talk about Plague Moth earlier. Thoughts on Nux? I think he will have thoughts on Nux. How does Max keep his mental health stable investigating? That's a good question. That's a good question. Thank you, Tyrone. I appreciate that, buddy. Did Spencer have 37 miscarriages in 4 days? Fuck off. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Fuck off. Kumo? I know, Kumo Spidey. I guarantee he does not know who the other Kumo is. I'm curious if he knows about Plague Moth. Well, he didn't. He didn't know anything about Plague Moth. The only thing that he knew about Plague Moth was because I just told him about it. He didn't change his name to Max. He changed his last name, to be clear.
What's up?
Yo, what's up? Okay, so we've got some good questions here. Let's see.
Cool.
So some people are asking, and I mean, you obviously don't have to get into this because this feels a little personal, but it's like, why'd you change your last name?
So I told you a little bit. My relationship with my dad was kind of waning after I became 18, and I wanted a name that was my own. And honestly, it was more of an ambitious thing where it's like I want to make films, and I want to see my name as Max Striker. That's just what I saw for myself, and that's why I changed it to Striker.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Lando's saying to clean your mic filter.
Yeah, it's pretty dusty. It's probably the same lint he left on it, honestly.
Okay. What were your favorite shows growing up?
Growing up, well, damn, dude, that's a um loved Invader Zim. Obviously Charlie Brown. Um, SpongeBob is OG. Avatar: The Last Airbender is fucking sick.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z. What about you?
Shit. Scooby Doo was like my one and only. Okay. I'm a big
Wow.
Scooby Doo guy. Okay.
Surprised you're not a ghost hunter.
I know, right? But it's more just like I am like see, that's now translated into me like binge watching Criminal Minds. Like I'm gonna watch like 3 episodes before I go to sleep tonight. Um,
That's so funny.
and then I liked the original Spider-Man cartoon from like the 60s or 70s. Can't remember from when.
Oh, hell yeah.
Those were those were my big ones for sure. Those were my big ones. And then when I was a little
Cool.
older, it was like Adventure Time and stuff like that. But
Nice.
do you know who Dan's Burst is?
I don't know.
I've never heard of them. Or I think I've heard of them, but I don't know anything about them. So I can't help you there. I don't know. Um,
These are questions.
yes. Yeah, these are just questions from chat. What are your thoughts on the kiwi farms?
It's a giant platform with a lot of different people. Um, it it's interesting. I'm not necessarily opposed to it. Well, some things, but it's just too big, and it's a big place with a lot of different people.
I agree with that. I can understand that. Do you know what Library of Ruina is?
Ruina?
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Ruina.
I don't know.
I think it's a game. Somebody was asking how far you are into it, which I, I mean, I think it was more they were hoping you were playing or something. I don't know. I actually have no idea.
I'd never heard of it. I mean, I'm down to try new games though.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, do you know about the Thunderbirds old TV show?
That Thunderbirds?
Yeah,
I know of it. I don't think I ever watched it.
I think we've got a little bit of an unk in chat. Um, Want to know if you know that. And then they also ask, "How are you doing?"
I'm good. Thank you for asking. That's so sweet.
Um,
Yeah, I'm good, guys. I really appreciate it.
okay. What? Okay. This is a interesting one. Why do you edit your videos the way you do? Like making it look almost horror like.
It's just fun to me. This is okay, so I guess the goal, especially with this video, is to put the viewer in the eyes of like a kid who's on this platform. And kind of try to match the experience, not necessarily like the lived experience, but the the experience with the trauma, and then the like the vengeance. It just feels right. And it's just an expression of myself and what I guess what I enjoy. Yeah, that's how it comes to be.
Okay, makes sense. A lot of
Right,
people
you
are.
are the one being groomed in the video. Exactly.
Mm, okay. Yeah. Fair.
Better Guam go. Exactly.
Um, a lot of people are asking you to take off your hat, show your hair.
I have hat hair right now,
I mean,
so it
fair
looks a little
enough.
silly. But usually when I'm freshly showered, it looks the same as it did before. But yeah, it's hat hair right now.
So, okay. How do you keep your mental health stable when investigating predators and seeing all this disgusting stuff?
It doesn't bother me that much just because I'm a man and I can kind of dissociate in a way where it's like this is a human body. Like my partner is in the medical field, so she deals with naked humans as well. So it's kind of you kind of just like dissociate it as just like a biological organism that is, they are trying to groom a minor, but I'm a man documenting it and reporting it. So it's kind of almost like I should be the one. It's better than me than a kid. So I kind of I kind of feel okay in that. Um, yeah, it doesn't bother me too much to like see to be flashed penises just because I mean I'm fine. I'm a man.
Yeah,
It's a body.
fair enough. Okay.
Um, yeah.
Did you did you choose Striker as an homage to Mortal Kombat?
It was I think the first time I saw it was the Carpenter Brut song Meet Matt Stryker. Um, I believe that's where I first saw it, and I was like, that's the one. I think I wanted to change my last name for a while. I just that song it just popped, uh, and I thought it looked cool, and yeah, I just wanted it.
Cool. Fair. Um, let's see. So somebody says one of the criticisms was that Max's investigative process was not up to scratch. Have you changed anything about your investigative process?
I mean, I'm better at what I do. It is for the most part. I mean, it's just evolved over the years, but I still do what I've always done. Like I go on a platform, I document what's happening, I report it to law enforcement, and then I make a video about it. This video, the way I present information is infinitely better than the way I presented information in my past videos. In my past videos, it was style over substance. Whereas this video, I tried to balance style and substance. Um, yeah, and obviously this video, I'm advertising like, yes, this is being reported. These are the case numbers. Yes, there is no children involved in this operation. Like it's as like uh, the information is presented much better, but the process is just about the same. Just I'm just getting better at it. Like I'm better at like I've never been able to get a pedo to show me his ID. And for this video, I got, I think, 4 or 5 government identifications.
Yeah. Okay. Um, and I mean, I think you kind of answered that with your answer here, but I mean, somebody also just asked your videos border between fiction and reality and how you deal with that. Um, and I think you kind of answered that with how it seems like your content is changing in terms of like kind of being more rooted.
Yeah, balance the substance with the style is definitely my priority now, whereas it wasn't, it was more style over substance before.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. All right. Well, listen. I unfortunately kind of have a early morning tomorrow. So,
No, dude, it,
I think I'll let you go here. But hey, man, thank you so much for joining. I really, really do appreciate it, and it was a really great conversation. And I hope you have a great rest of your night, man.
thanks, man. You too. Hit me up anytime. Thank you again for platform. You're the first fucking person to platform me, and that means a lot. Thank you. And thank you guys for listening. Y'all have been a pleasure. Y'all are funny as fuck.
And then, I mean, yeah, any parting words for the chat?
Someone asked, "What are your
Oh
thoughts on
wait,
Nux
thoughts on
Taco?"
Nuxtaku? True, 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 true,
Oh
true.
God, that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, fair enough.
um, it it sickens me what he's getting away with, and he said I should never return to the internet, given the shit he's been doing and the shit that. But on the other hand, I mean, he, it it's complicated. Um, he's only human, but he also says some really dumb shit. And personally to me, he did the same thing Mudahar did, where he was nice to my face, and then behind my back, he's telling everyone, oh, he thinks he's Martin Luther King. Uh, I thought that was really fucked up. So I could go off all day. I mean, I'm happy to talk to Nick Andros about all these guys and what I've what I've been through.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Uh,
I don't want to keep you all night.
well, it does look like we do have one last dono question, which is, do you think that
Yeah.
Spencer embellished the truth about her experience with Camden after experiencing firsthand how she can lie and about people she comes across?
Um. So the answer is absolutely. However, she is she has gone through some shit, and not even just from Camden, but she's had a difficult life, and she is the way she is for very human reasons, and I feel bad for her. But obviously, obviously, is is correct.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Okay. All right. Well, hey, man, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, man. You too, and so to all of you. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah. All right.
Take care.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later, man.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great night, and I'll be back tomorrow.